Oh my gosh, we're doing this. Oh, we're so doing this. It's me and my little teddy. I'm in my PJs, or like a PJ bottom and then a top. That was the only thing that I actually felt like was fitting me today. So yeah. Oh my gosh, I have been wanting to start my own YouTube channel for like a hot minute, but I've always been like, do I want to do this? Do I not want to do this? Oh my god, it's like going back and forth, and I was just like, no, we're doing this. This is like so much fun. Oh my god. So my name is Lynn, or Linny. Both is fine. I'm 24 years old. I just turned 24 like last week. It's like, ooh, so exciting. It's so scary getting older because like everyone is like, I feel like everyone in their 20s is like at a different point in their life. Some are getting the second kid, some are getting the house, some are getting like, oh my gosh, I don't even know. Like some people are even getting a dog and a house and like the boyfriend and getting married, and I'm just like, I'm single, I'm 24, I'm from Norway, I don't have a dog or a cat, I rent an apartment for like, my apartment is like, I'm renting by an older couple. Does that make sense? Like my landlord is like an older couple. Whatever, you get the point. You get the point, lovelies. Yeah. So for me, like my life situation is like honestly so different from like a lot of other people in my hometown. At least I feel like, because obviously like there's always the single people. There's always gonna be like, again, 20s are so rough. Everyone is going through their own thing, and I feel like that's part of life. I love to travel. Like, I think a couple of things about me. I love to travel. It's like my favorite hobby in like the entire world. It's like a personality trait at this point. I love to travel. I love ballet. I love working out, like sports and stuff. Formula One is like the favorite sport that I'm currently watching. I also love, I've like been dancing for like since I was young. So obviously like I love that as well. But just like working out in general, like I, even on holiday, I'm currently in Spain for like the next 2 days. I've been here for almost 14 days now. I know, insanely. But yeah, like I've been on holiday for like 2 weeks, and I even bought like my workout gear. So I've been doing yoga and stuff like that in the morning, just like refreshing myself up most days. And I wear contacts. I will be blind basically without them, so bear with me if I get something in my eye. No, but like this is so much fun. Where do you even begin? I mean, I'm an only child. A little bit like about myself. I'm an only child. I come from like a toxic household, sadly. My dad died when I was 7, and like for me, like the family situation has not been the best. Everyone will have different sides to the story. That's like fine. For me, my story is like, I got traumatized as a kid. I grew up to become a people-pleasing teenager that had like anxiety, depression, eating disorder, stuff like that. That's the facts. I've always been very honest about that. I feel like that's like, it's part of me. Hiding that away would be like, no, because I want to like be able to say that like, yeah, I had all these things, I grew up from this, but this does not shape me as a person. And I feel like that's also very important, because like for me currently, to be able at 24 to say that like I live on my own, even if it's like a little bit of an older apartment, I have a steady job, and yes, it might not be the job that I want to do for the rest of my life. And currently I don't enjoy particularly that much the city that I'm living in, because it's like the city I grew up in, and it's a smaller city. So I feel like I keep seeing the same people that bullied me or like was mean to me, and like the same people that I'm trying to avoid, I keep seeing them like at the grocery store on like weekly level, and that's like not amusing. It's like not what I want to be doing for the rest of my life. But for me, it's like about perspective. It's like, yes, I could say that I, at most, I'm content with my living situation. Like my life right now, at one point I would say like, yes, I'm content with it, because it's like, I'm not happy with like, I'm not 100% happy with like a lot of different things about this like situation, but I feel like it's also about perspective, because if I'm gonna go around being sad about it, then obviously I'm just gonna be sad, like nothing is gonna change. So for me, I'm like, yes, I could say that I'm not happy with the living situation, like the apartment is a little bit older, but at the same time I'm like, I have an apartment, I have a bed, I have made my apartment a safe space for me. So even though it's like perhaps not the current situation that I want to be in, I still feel safe there. Like I will make it safe, even if it's not the vibe that I want to be doing for the rest of my life. I love my job. At a certain point, I do. I love the patients. I work in healthcare. I love the patients. A lot of my coworkers are like literally like angels. I love them so much. They're so nice. But it's not the job that I want to be doing for the rest of my life, and that's okay. That's okay. Like that's the situation we're at right now. And the same with my like where I live currently. It's like a lot of these things added up. Like some people again would maybe say like, oh, but like that sounds like a shitty situation. For me, it's like if I'm gonna go around thinking it's shitty, then it's gonna be shitty. So instead, I'm just saying like it's part of like the journey that I'm on. This is like the path that I'm on. I'm gonna have to make a change very soon. That is a known fact for me. And we'll see where that ends up. But yeah, enough about the saddies. I just feel like it's so important to have like perspective. Like one of the most important things for me is like, okay, this might not be like the best situation for me right now, but it's gonna teach me something. And yes, if I feel like it's too shitty, or if I feel like I'm being disrespected, I'll just leave. Cause I feel like what scares me the most in life, like the three things that scares me the most, it's like not having emotional safety. Like that's the first thing. I have grown up in an environment where I have felt abandonment issues. I have felt not seen. I have felt like I wasn't good enough. So I grew up becoming like a teenager with like abandonment issues, anxiety, depression, eating disorder, you name it. I probably had it. And as an adult, like when you become an adult and grow up, it's so rough out here, peeps. Oh my god, my lovelies, it's so rough. I'm not even kidding you. It's like, but yeah, no, it's fine. I'm good. I just feel like for me, like the biggest issue for me has always been like just letting things go. Because I will admit, the path that I feel like with the mindset that I'm trying to have, I know that at a certain point I'm gonna have to be like, I'm gonna have to give up this life that I currently have in order to have something better, and I'm gonna need to like just say, F it, we roll, like this is what we're gonna do. Obviously I'm gonna have like a little bit of a plan on it, hopefully, but at the same time it's like, okay, but I'm just gonna need to go with the flow. Like I'm just gonna need to like make the little bit of like control that I have and then take the jump. And I don't know where that's gonna lead me, but it's gonna be somewhere fun probably, because I refuse to be a sad person when things are happening. Like the ultimate time I feel sad is usually when I feel stuck. And I don't know if I'm the only one, but for me personally, when I get too content in a situation, that's like when I will 100% be like, ugh, like I will feel icky. So I feel like that's a little bit that's been going on with me for the last couple of years. I've been like trying to find my mental capacity in a way, and like my mental stability, and like get a little bit like get to know myself alone on my own, and get safe, like being happy with myself, with my body, with my mind. So like yeah, and that's what I've been prioritizing, and now I feel like I'm confident enough, I'm safe enough. Like again, I'm not saying like I reached my full potential, because no, I'm always evolving, but I've reached like at least like a certain level of like self-assurance that okay, I have worked at least enough, and I feel like I have been healing enough to say that like I'm ready to step into the next thing. Like I'm capable enough. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I feel like I'm capable enough of like going into something new and know that I will handle it with like a new and like more mature mindset than one I had back then. But it's super scary, oh my gosh. But again, as I said, I feel like as a person that's been going through this myself, I feel like the worst part for me is like when you get so stuck in a situation, like you get too comfortable with your job, you get too comfortable with like your living situation. And I'm not judging anyone. If people are like happy with being content or like comfortable with their situation, it's no judgment for me at all. I am so grateful for everyone that wakes up feeling happy, feeling blessed, feeling grateful for everything they have in their life. But for me, it's like waking up in the morning and being like, oh, I have to go to work. Like that's super scary, because like everyone can have like 1 or 2 of those days, but if it turns into a longer period, it's like a sign for me like, oh, this is starting to go somewhere I don't like. And it's the same with like the living situation, like the overall situation in my life. I feel like I've come to a point where it's like, but I've also been having a rough patch during the winter. This winter, I was having a really, really bad patch. And I was like initially telling myself like, oh, but I'm scared, like I cannot do this. I limited myself from like, and telling me I was incapable enough. And I feel like that's super scary. Like me listening, like me remembering myself back then, like 6 months ago, that was scary. Because I was ultimately limiting myself and my capability and saying like, oh, but I can't do this. Like I'm not gonna do this. Meanwhile, me 6 months later, now I'm like, I can do this and I need to do this. And yes, it's scary, but it's also fun because it's like I get to do new things. So we'll see where I end up. As I said, I'm on vacation currently in Spain. I have like tomorrow, like today, tomorrow, and then I'm leaving on Thursday. So for me, it's like, yes, this has been like, it's been like a crazy, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's been a crazy holiday. I was leaving with a friend. We left down here 19th of June. And on Friday, there was a situation. I'm not gonna dig like deeper into that. I feel like that's more like a personal thing between me and my friend. But there was a situation where I initially like ultimately said to myself, this is not gonna suit me. I don't feel safe in this situation. And the best thing for myself would be to just like take a step back and get out of there. So now I'm in a hotel. Honestly, the staff here has been like super nice. And this is again what I've been saying, like I like adapting to the situation and not like holding on, like clawing for dear life to a situation. I feel like that's so super important, because I did that a lot before. Like I was hanging on to people, I was hanging on to like situations, like I was hanging on to it for dear life, thinking that if I just gave it my all, people would give it to me. And then growing up, I realized that no, that's not gonna work. That's not how it works. I am gonna be myself, and people that like me for me is gonna stick around. And if a situation does not serve me, if it doesn't give me like happiness, if it doesn't give me peace and like safety, I'm not gonna be in that situation. It's like, no, get me out of there. Get me out of there. So yeah, but honestly, again, ultimately, like for myself, oh my god, I'm trying to find like a good position to sit in also, so excuse me. But like honestly, for myself, going into this holiday, I was having a bit of a, oh, I think I know what I want for this holiday. And then again, on Friday, everything like went like this, everything changed. And honestly, that change was like the best situation for me. The holiday was like, I felt like I was being limited in a way on the start of the holiday. I felt like there was situations where I was having to limit myself because of the person that I was traveling with. I felt like I was limiting like myself. I was putting myself more like dimming my own light in order for that person to be comfortable, and I'm not having that. It's like if my sunshine and if my life is too bright, then either wear sunglasses or like step out of the way. That's where I'm at, like, because I know that I would never intentionally be rude to someone, I would never offend anyone, and I would never ever like judge anyone. just based off like their vibes. I could like be the person that will say like very honestly, like, okay, this does not suit me. Like this vibe does not suit me. Like I could look at a person and be like, okay, I adore you, I like your vibe, but it's not for me. I will probably be like that person, but I would never initially like disrespect someone blatantly, like on purpose just to be a bitch. Like, no. Not about that vibe. That's not me. So for me to like step out of the situation, and now I'm like, I just like, I put on outfits, I go out, I take like stroll along the beach. I sat down yesterday just on the beach, like on the sand, and I was just looking at the waves, and I was like, like this is nice. This is exactly what I want of life. Like that's like what I want, you know? The peace, the quiet, and honestly people who bring chaos into my life, in like the bad sense, chaos, emotional instability, like the worst thing for me is like uncertainty. Like I don't care about uncertainty in a situation because I know I will come out of on the other side doing just fine. But having uncertain people projecting insecurities, not knowing what they want, that's like, no. Like, okay, you don't know what you want in your life, that's fine, but don't project that onto me. You know what I mean? You guys know what I mean, lovelies? Because it's like, okay, everyone can be uncertain. That's like, I've just told, like, I'm not certain what I want to do for the rest of my life. I have not figured that part out yet, but that's fine, because I know I will find it out on my own. But I would never intentionally project that insecurity onto someone else, because everyone's road is different, everyone's life is different. Like for me, the uncertainty that I'm having in my life, it's a little bit like, of course it's a little bit like icky. It's like, oh, I wish that was sorted, but at the same time it's like, it's part of the ride. In a year or two I can be like in a completely different situation. I could be having a new job, I could be traveling the world, I could yada yada yada. And I know that the process of getting there is also part of the ride. I don't always, like, for me it's the ride, not necessarily like the destination that's important. Because I was going to Spain with a friend and that was like the destination, but I ended up instead going on my own, like breaking from that pattern. I ended up going on my own, and like the ride was funnier than the destination in the end. Like I've met so many amazing people. Like I've met so many like generally like amazing friends, or like people that have generally like been so nice and like telling me just like telling me about their lives, telling me about their life stories, like chatting, being nice, you know? It's like, that's part of the ride. So yeah, but I generally feel like at this point it's like I'm just gonna live life a little more. I feel like that's my goal. My goal is that I feel like I'm doing well in that area. Like I'm an extrovert, I love being around people, but I feel like I need to, at a bigger scale, I feel like I need to be better. Like two things about me that I feel like I need to get better at. It's like communicating my emotions when I'm having it rough. Because since I grew up with like abandonment issues and trauma from like my mom and my mom's family, I definitely feel like I 100% feel like I struggle with letting people know. I'm very independent in that way. And it's not that I don't care about the people that in my life, it's not that I don't want to talk to them, I just feel like I'm bothering them. So I'm trying to work on becoming like a better version of myself with that, being better at like communicating, hey, can I talk to you, like can I have some help? I feel like I need someone to talk to, like I feel very like alone in this situation, or just like communicating in general, like because I feel like I'm good at communicating, like sorting issues, like that sort of thing. I just feel like on my own behalf, communicating issues is like, or communicating my own emotions in like a better sense. I feel like that's one thing I need to work on. And I feel like I also need to become better at just like not caring what people think, because a lot of people will look at me and be like, oh my god, but you're doing this, like you are traveling on your own, you're like living on your own, you're so independent, like in a certain way, like you can go out, talk to people, like you're so good at it. But the thing is, like I will often do all these things. Like I will go at the beach and I will sit by myself and I will like talk to strangers and I'll be like, oh my god, you guys are so gorgeous. Like if I see two girls like outside just like living life, I'll be like, oh my god, you guys look so cute. But at the same time, I see all these people living these different parts of their lives, and I feel like I'm still a little bit like, when I get back to like myself and like my own space, if it's a hotel room, if it's like at home, I feel a little bit like, oh, I feel a little bit sad. You know what I mean? So I want to work on becoming like better at that, just like see people living life and be happy about it. Because oftentimes I feel like my issue is that I see all these amazing people and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this. Like I love seeing people be happy. I love seeing people just like enjoy the moment. But then I get back to like, oftentimes when I'm straight before I'm going to bed, that's like stupid, but yeah. And I will go back and I will like lay in bed and I will be like, oh, I wish that I kind of had that. And then it's like, I do. Obviously I do have that. I have that possibility. Like, so I just want to like be able to like go out and live life a little more and not come back to like my own head alone. Like I don't want to be sitting alone being sad about a situation, because like part of my brain keeps telling me like, oh my god, like you got this, like you're doing all these things, like you're on the right path, babe. And then the other part of the brain, the one that I'm trying to like leave in the past, it's being like, oh, but that's sad. Like no, but we're sad about that because like, and then I don't even know really why I'm sad, because like the positive side of my brain was being like, yeah, but you're doing all these things, like you're being amazing about it. That's the one usually winning. But it's like that iffy like 5% of the time. Sorry, it's like some fly in front of my face. But I feel like that 5%, like 90%, 95% of the time I'm like really happy. Cute. Oh, bless me. And the last 5% is like 1 hour before going to bed, and I will just like lay in bed and be like, oh well, that was a little bit of a sad situation, and I don't want to do that. I do not want to go to bed, like that's my goal for 2025, not go to bed sad and not wake up sad, because I'm here, I'm living, I have a lot of things going good for me in my life. There are things that I can change to make it better, which I will do, but I just feel like overall it's like I'm actually at a good place in my life, and everything that I feel like is not working out for me, like the things that I feel like is a little bit sad, I can change that. Because I have like everything outside of my space I cannot control. So the only thing I can control is my brain. It's the actions I take, it's the way I speak, it's like the actions that I take myself. Because like, when I tell people something, if I tell a person like, oh, you disrespected me, that's all I can do, if that makes sense. So like that's like the best example I can give. So for me in general, it's just like letting go, just like, okay, this is outside of my control, therefore it's outside of my brain. But yeah, but oh my god, I feel like I yapped for an eternity, but this is like a little bit about myself. I will definitely be posting more. I just felt like I had to do like a little bit of an introduction and of course a little bit of a yapping session. I love you all, my lovelies. I will manifest that everyone has like a good and an amazing day, evening, night, depending on wherever everyone is. And I just manifest the best for everyone. I hope everyone is having like a good day. Stay safe. Live life. Love you all.